Hey everybody, Joy here. Can you see me over here? I just took down the chickens. I thought, you can't do chickens for fall. I have my fall blouse on with the little, what are they? Black chickens or ducks or birds or something. So it really is truly fall because I heard somebody say it on the TV. So I decided I needed my owls up here. So I took down the chickens and I'm putting up the owls. But the thing that bugs me about putting a quilt away is I don't have a place to hang the quilt so it can hang straight and even and flat. I have to fold mine and put them on top of a bookcase. A whole bunch of them in there. So when I unfold them, they have these deep creases. See the deep crease here in the middle? I just hate that. And I see a little place here I need to iron the glue down. Look at that after how many years? So I went ahead and hung it up and I got this plan. I don't know if this plan's going to work. I have my portable iron here. You see. The thing is, I walked away for a minute to do something and it turned itself off. I hate irons that turn themselves off. But then again, I have left the house forgetting my iron was on 1 or 2 or 3 or 50 times. And I was very glad then that my iron turned itself off. But if I can get this one to stay heated, see, it doesn't have a cord. This is in my Amazon store. I'm sure it's different now. It's probably a blue one or a green one or something, but it's called a Panasonic. And this one's an NI-WL 600. And so if you can get it to heat up, you can like take it someplace and iron. It's great for quilting because usually you're just quilting a block or two or a border or something. And it'll stay hot long enough to do that. So I'm going to hold it up here. See this fold here? There's an out fold here. There's an in fold here. Look at you will forever, ever, ever find threads. I'll bet you Viv is still finding threads that I left on her kitty quilt. And you know whose birthday's coming up? Friday! This is the 26th, Monday, 27, 28, 29, 30. So Friday is Jerry's birthday. And I'm going to bring him up here. I'm going to set up my cameras. And he's probably going to think, who's going to care about those silly little t-shirts? But I'm going to set him up there because I'm going to tell him I don't want to wrap them. You know, I just want to have you close your eyes and then I'll bring out your present and then you can open your eyes and see it. See, that's my plan. And so then for the last one, I'll tell him to close his eyes and then I'll move, you know, and then the other, you know. What do you bet? What do you bet? He'll say, did Viv send that back to you? You watch. So anyway, let's see if I've got any heat, Pete. Steam. All right. Some steam. So let's steam this. I don't know if you can steam in any curve, so I'm going to steam the back of it. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. Oh, yes, yes. That is some steam. Oh, yeah. And then just hold it flat. You should have music on, and I would if I wasn't talking to you all. Come on now. Let's steam you out, and let's press this leaf down. That didn't quite melt. Oh, yeah. Will it shrink? No. It's had plenty of heat in the past. Now, if you're smarter than I am, you would do this upside down on a bed before you hung the thing up. But it does look a lot better already. Yeah. Oh, yeah. I brought my little ironing thing over here. I put it on my stool, and I plugged it into the wall right here. That way, I don't have to carry it clear across the room, and then it cool off. So I'm just going to get it really, really hot again. And give it a little more steam and get it really nice and flat. Okay, so y'all don't care about that. We'll just let that sit there and heat up. But say good morning to my owl quilt. One of my very very favorite quilts. I spent many hours, over 1,000, maybe 2,000 hours making that quilt. So, and so you're saying, what quilt is it? What quilt is it? It's called Outstanding Owls. It's a little booklet. The pattern is a little booklet, a little paperback book, like 8.5 by 11, maybe a little bigger. And it's called Outstanding Owls. It's in my Amazon store under books. And it is by Darcy Ashton. I've met Darcy a couple of times. She lives in Edmond, Oklahoma. That's where I used to live. And you used to see her in the quilt shops here and there, because she would take her owl quilt or her dog quilt or her cat quilt or her horse quilt or her whatever. And she would always give them a quilt to hang up in their stores. And she is her own publisher also. But she's an amazing artist. And so Darcy Ashton, A-S-H-T-O-N, and the book pattern is called Outstanding Owls. I always get asked that. So, there you go. What am I wearing? I don't know. I think it's probably Fit Nice Systems Joy. I think it's the Joy style. She has all these variations. And one of the variations she made for me, because I told her I wanted a square neck and a raglan sleeve, and so she made one for me, and it's called the Joy top. So, square neck is the main thing about it. And of course, I always do an FBA in it. There's not a dark, but there's an FBA in this, but you can see it's right here. I don't think there's a side one. So, and I don't know what embroidery design it is, but it's probably from Embroidery Library, because that's where I get most of my designs from. Okay, so what have I been doing? We just got home day before yesterday, Saturday, from the RV fix-it place called National Indoor RV Center in Louisville, Texas. They have, I don't know, 7 or 8 locations over the United States. They're very nice places, and most of the people are very nice, but most are not super educated, in my opinion, at what they're supposed to be doing right now. I guess coaches change so much, and so many different things happen. We get a lot of things, well, I've never seen that before. So, but we're very thankful we have that place to go to. And the reason our stay always gets extended so long is there seems to always be some part that has to be ordered. And unless you want to pay $100 to overnight it, it takes 1 or 2 weeks for it to get there, and sometimes longer than that, because the place they order it from might not even have it to send to you yet. They might be waiting for it. I think it's getting a little bit better than it used to be. The last part we needed was the fan. Jerry ordered 2 fans from Walmart, but it turned out that they were a little bit different in that you had to have a remote control for it. And they were putting it in, and I said, no. I said, there's a button here on the wall that says ceiling fan, and I want the fan up there to work with this button on the wall. So it was my fault, totally my fault. It was good 3-4 times the price, but our extra warranty paid for it, so what a shame. It's exact same fan, exact, except it didn't have the wire that would wire it to the switch on your wall. You would have had to have a remote control. So that's why it took extra time this time. The last time it was because they didn't have the parts again, and so it took a long time. And then we had to wait for 72-hour man that took like 72 days. So, you know, don't feel bad for us. We love our RV. I named that RV Stardust. It's a Dutch star. I named it Stardust. And I was in there this morning patting the bed. I mean, we're just nuts. I was like, I just love you, bed. I know. Old people, don't they just get nutty? And Jerry was in there. He said, look at us. We've been stuck in this RV for 7 days down there, and here we are over here in the morning having our breakfast. I said, I love the view. I opened up all the blinds. I absolutely love, you know, we live in the woods. We live in a beautiful place. We've got 11 acres down here on Lake Texoma, and our place is beautiful. And so I just opened the blinds, opened the sunshades, sit there with my coffee and my laptop, and I just enjoy the view. A whole lot prettier than the view we have down there, let me tell you. Your view down there is another RV right next to you. I said, Jerry, I have to make myself go over to the house and do the laundry. And I need to make a video. So that's what I'm going to tell you. I've been trying to make you a video. I did make you a video. I made you a video in the RV like 3 days ago. And I was showing you all about the new quilt that I'm making, the pumpkin quilt. And how I set my RV up for it, and how at first it didn't work, and then I changed this and I changed that, and everything worked out real good. So I wasn't able to show you that because the InShot software that I have on my phone will not film over 15 minutes, and I had filmed 19 minutes. So I sat there and I said, I'll cut this off, and I'll cut this off, and I'll cut this off, and I'll cut this off. And so then I had like these 10 chopped up clips, and when I put them back together and I watched it, probably the best way to watch it would be is to turn the sound completely off. Don't listen to me talk and try to figure out what the pictures are I'm showing you. Anyway, that's out. I tried this morning to send the videos to my computer from my phone. I can't do it. The cord they gave me that goes from the phone to something, it's a mystery something, it doesn't work with my computer, and so I just gave up. So I'm just going to say hello right now. Hello. Yes, I'm going to make some more videos. Yes, I'm going to finish the purple bicycle blouse. Yes, we're going to do a sew along. And yes, 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 I'll be here and we'll be doing things. But I've got to catch up, and I am going to try to figure out some way to piece together what I was trying to show you in the RV and mix it with a new video or something. I don't know. I'm just going to have my lightning fast mind click in, and you know, one never knows when that's going to happen. Usually the middle of the night, actually. Okay, dear ones, I'm going to let you go. Wanted to show you my owls, and out there I've got that big beautiful Oh My Stars quilt that I didn't make, I just quilted. I just love that quilt. And I'm going to take it down because it's not fall at all, and I'm going to put up my Edita Sitar Seasons quilt out there. If I had my big star quilted, my big fall star, I would put it out there, but it's not done yet. And I can't think, if y'all can think of any other of my quilts that reminds you of fall, let me know. But right now all I can think of is the Edita quilt. So I'm going to put that up, and that will go through Thanksgiving and Christmas. And I don't do Halloween. Halloween is Satan's high holiday, and we don't celebrate anything that has to do with him around here. And I realize people don't look at it that way. They think of it differently. But in my mind, that's what it is, and so I have to respect what I believe about that celebration. So I probably shouldn't even have said that. I'll probably have to cut it out. But if I don't, just remember, that's the way Joy thinks. You know, I think Harry Potter books are of the devil. I can't watch you anymore, you're a horrible crazy lady. No. That's just the way I feel about it. To me, it's witchcraft. In fact, I was just in Barnes & Noble the other day, and on the end of the bookcase, where all the magazines are, you know, the end of their bookcase is humongous, tall and wide, and they had all of these magazines about witchcraft, witches, and demons, and warlocks, and scary, horrible, bloody, awful pictures, girls with their lips torn off and blood dripping off their teeth. I mean, right there in the open on the end. Guess what was right there with it? The Harry Potter magazine. Yes, I told Jerry, how can people not know that this is witchcraft? Anyway, please, please, don't throw out the baby with the bathwater. I'll be back with sewing and quilting and scan and cut. Bye for now.